Hi, this is Jamel with Recherche Kennels in beautiful Statesville, North Carolina. I am so excited to introduce for the first time a miniature tricolor F1b Bernedoodle girl we have for sale. That is a mouthful. This is Miss Lilac of Valor and Zacchaeus' litter. Now, I'm gonna go through everything I just said. She's tricolor. This is the most desired but most difficult color to produce, especially with an F1b. That means she looks like a Bernese Mountain Dog. She has the brown, the black, and the white. It's not a lot of white, but she has all three colors. The white will show more and more as she gets older. And so she looks like a Bernese Mountain Dog, but she's an F1b. That means her mom is a Bernedoodle that we produced, Valor, and her dad is a poodle. So she's 75% poodle, 25% Bernese Mountain Dog. What does that mean? That means, one, she's going to be healthy. Poodles are the healthiest breed in the world, which is why we mix them with the Bernese Mountain Dog, which isn't. So she's going to live longer than even a regular Bernedoodle, and she's going to be healthy. Secondly, she's going to be small. Her mom is 40 pounds, which is small for a Bernese Mountain Dog, and her dad is only 13 pounds. And so our best guess is that she's only going to get 15 up to 35 pounds. It's always a little bit difficult with a Bernedoodle if they're gonna take after the more of the Bernies, but if I had to put a number on, I'd say 15 to 25 pounds. I'd be shocked if she gets 25 to 35 pounds, but I put that out there because we've seen weirder things happen. And the other thing that's really nice is that because she's 75% poodle, she will hardly shed. If you're allergic to dogs, almost everybody is not allergic to an F1b unless they're allergic to saliva and they're allergic to any type of dog. But she's hardly gonna shed at all, half as much as a regular Bernedoodle. And so she's hardly going to shed at all. She's going to be mostly hyperallergenic. So all those reasons, this is the most popular and most desired combination of all doodles that we have. Now, her personality, she has a very balanced personality. She has nearly a perfect Recherche score. She had a 5.56, 5 being that she's perfectly middle of the road with her dependency. She loves to be with us, but she's not needy or dependent. We call that content. She's content to be with you and not to be with you. She's not independent where she doesn't want to be with you, but she's just not a puppy that's going to follow you around everywhere and it's going to have separation anxiety and it's going to have all these issues not being with you. She's a perfect 5 out of 10 on energy. She's not high energy. She's not hyper, but she's also not super calm and laid back. When you pick her up, she's super calm and laid back, but when you play with her, she does have energy. She's a perfect 5 out of 10. And then she's a 6 out of 10, which is actually an area that I like being not a 5 because she is confident. She's not shy, not timid, which is great. That's one of the other great things about F1Bs. The more poodle they have of him, the more confident they typically are. And so she's confident. We believe she's going to do very well in her training. Now, she's able to go home after graduating either Puppy Academy, which is training till 12 weeks of age. That's June 18th. The second train level is our most popular training program called Canine College. It's training till 16 weeks of age, which is July 16th. Now, it's the most popular training program because, one, she'll have all of her shots, so you don't have to quarantine her. Secondly, she can hold her rest twice as long at 16 weeks and at 12 weeks. And the biggest reason is obedience. They grow the most between the ages of 10 weeks and 16 weeks of age, so many times they're up to 3 times better obedience trained at Canine College than they are at Puppy Academy. The third train level is Master's Program. That's training till 20 weeks of age, and that's August 13th. And the fourth train level is Doggy Doctorate, training till 6 months of age, and that's September 26th. Now, if you scroll down, you'll see pictures of Valor and Zacchaeus. If you click on those pictures, a video will play where we summarize the parents. We're very proud of our parents. It shocks me how many breeders do not health test their parents or barely show off their parents. We're very proud of them because we only breed dogs with generations of health clearances. We spend a lot of money. Every one of our Bernese Mountain Dogs are imported in from Europe. These is the healthiest, best pedigreed Bernedoodle, Bernese poodles that I have ever seen breeding Bernedoodles, and we're very proud of that, and we show them off. The second thing that makes us very different is our Puppy Training Institute. Every one of our puppies are trained, and so I'm going to show off our training program. We're going to show off some of our regular students. If you do want to learn more about every training program, go to our Puppy Training Institute page. There I go into detail and show graduates of every training program. But right now, I'll summarize the program, and I'll come back and let you know what you need to do to reserve Miss Lilac. Our Puppy Training Institute has 4 core areas. There's a couple areas that are very visible that we're going to show you on camera with the puppy that's for sale. Some of the areas are a little bit more difficult, but the one area that's very visible to show is outside training, and the big part of that is leash training. Puppies love the pull, love the tug, love the cut in front of you, and so we train them to walk on our left side. We train them that when we stop walking, they do what's called an auto sit. That's where they automatically sit without being told, without having any hand signals. They automatically sit. That it builds respect and focus on you. A couple other areas in outside training it's a little bit harder to show is car training and then also swim training when the weather's warmer. The second area that's very visible is obedience training. All of our trainers are certified dog trainers that's been training dogs for years. They know what they're doing. They're all certified. They all can do canine good citizen. They're all very good trainers. And we work on the obedience commands of sit, down, stay, come, place, kennel, and they are trained extensively in all these areas. Now we have 3 different communication tools we use with the puppies. We use hand signals, we use words, and then we use the training lead that we will provide you. And so as they get older, they get better and better. They can hold their stay longer, they can hold their place longer, they can hold their kennel longer. They can do it with both hand signals and words only, and so they get better and better. The place is when they jump up on the Cot. You will definitely want to buy a Cot because that allows the transition for our training to go to you. It's a wonderful command. When we say kennel, they go into their kennel on their own volition. We typically keep the door open, especially as they get older. And we train them, they cannot leave the kennel or really any other door until they are released. The 2 other areas that's a little bit more difficult that we're going to show you just generic dogs going through this. The one area is house training. We actually spend more time in house training than all the other areas combined. That's about 2/3 of the training. And this is where we work on the most important area of potty training. Of course, we're training them not to use the restroom inside and the signal eventually to go outside. A puppy at 12 weeks of age can typically hold the restroom about 1 hour during the day, whereas a puppy at 6 months can do 4 hours. The same thing is with crate training. We train them to sleep at night in their crate, eat in their crate. And a 12-week-old can typically sleep around 4 to 5 hours without having to be let out. And a 6-month-old, it's 6 to 10 hours. So obviously the longer they're in training, the longer they can be crate trained. We also, though, while they're in house training, we train them not to jump up on us, not to chew things in the house, not to bite our hands. It's very extensive. And then the last area is socialization training. Many people worry about getting a trained or older puppy is that they won't bond. Well, because of our socialization program, our puppies bond very quickly. In fact, we've never had a client complain about that. And so in our socialization, we're training them not to be afraid of thunderstorms. We're training them not to be afraid of the hair dryer, of the blow dryer, of a vacuum cleaner. We have a TV in our puppy training area, in our house training area where we're socializing them. They go on field trips when they get older. We work extensively on them being handled. We have 20+ people that work for us, so these puppies are handled by multiple people and they're socialized extensively. That is our Puppy Training Institute. Now, if you're interested in Miss Lilac, read through this entire page. If you scroll to the bottom, you'll see the pictures we just took of her. Right above those pictures are her prices for each training level. Now, some people do have a hard time finding the prices, so on this video, we're gonna show you where prices are found on a typical page, but the prices you see in this video may not be her prices. You do need to look at her page. And then right below this video is a link that says click here to fill out puppy application. Click on the words puppy application, fill it out. We will respond you within 24 hours. Thank you so much for taking time to visit Miss Lilac of Valor and Zacchaeus' litter. Thank you so much, and God bless.